Previously on Shenmue 2.
What's this tree?
Shenmue.
Huh?
A tree called Shenmue.
Shenmue.
Every year, at this time of the season, its flowers bloom.
Really?
The flower of the Shenmue tree is called...
Joe Powers!
That's...
Yes, that's my name.
The saga continues.
Yo, have a seat.
Thanks.
This was the best I could do.
Looks really good.
Help yourself to seconds.
Is Ryo eating? Is Ryo actually eating? I can't
It's meat.
Rabbit.
Huh?
I set a trap in the mountain.
Oh, really?
Tasty, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I figure we wouldn't see him actually put the food in his mouth. I assume he ate that.
Make yourself at home. You can use any space in this house.
Thank you.
Father has a small collection of things. Take a look, if you like.
Yeah, I will.
Well, for Ryo, making himself at home basically means practicing martial arts and sleeping. So I guess we'll also searching the house, ransacking it. We did that in Shenmue 1 as well. So let's do that now. Let's check out Shenhua's father's collection, and we'll see if there's anything we want to take, as Ryo does. Let's see. Can we look at this stuff? Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Nope, turn. All right, nope. Okay, let's keep turning left then. All right. What about this?
I don't think it means anything.
No? All right.
I don't think it means anything.
This means something.
A flute.
My father made it. He made it from a Shenmue branch when I was a baby.
From a Shenmue branch.
I always stopped crying whenever I heard its sound. My father told me.
It was like a lullaby.
Yes.
I guess we're not going to try to play it. Ryo has never demonstrated any musical ability.
An interesting sculpture.
The mountains of Guilin made from stalactite.
Stalactite? From a cave nearby?
It was brought from the stone pit. Father likes to look at stones.
Stones?
He says he hears their voices, although I don't know what he means.
Voices from the stone.
All right, maybe we'll just ignore the whole Shenhua's father hearing voices thing. Let's keep looking around. Nope, nothing. Anything?
I've seen such stone before.
Well, it's green, so I think that maybe we have seen such stone before. By the way, can we ask Shenhua to take a look at this? I don't think we can. It doesn't seem like we have the option to say, "Hey, have you seen something like this before?" It's actually pretty important for us to find out where this came from, but I don't think we can do that. I don't know if there's anything around. Trying to get out of this corner? Okay, here we go. Don't know if there's anything else here we can look at. Let's take a look at this thing up here. What's this? No? Oh, no, we can look at that. Okay.
This is embroidered?
My father has had that tapestry for a long time.
Where is this place?
Luoyang.
Luoyang.
an old city that flourished during the Tang Dynasty. The sunset colors the whole city beautifully.
Have you ever been there?
No, but for some reason it gives me a nostalgic feeling.
Nostalgic feeling?
I see it when I close my eyes, the landscape of the city, and the people bustling by.
Luo Yang.
Could that be an objective later on in the series? I doubt we're gonna do anything about that in this game.
This painting.
Somewhere in Guilin.
Really?
I heard these mountains are scary.
Scary?
Those who set foot in these mountains have never returned. It's an old tale.
Why?
I don't know. But no one goes near these mountains today.
Well, that sounds like a challenge.
A book, an inkstone, and a brush. Are these Shenhua's?
Nothing else in there to look at, I guess. What about this book?
This book.
Book on constellations. The Xingshu are explained.
Xingshu?
The stars that affect the fates of people. The Big Dipper is one of them.
The Big Dipper?
The North Star is said to be the god that deals with death.
The harbinger of death.
When the North Star flickers, something bad happens. Like last night, I was watching the Big Dipper when I got this bad feeling.
Bad feeling?
That's why I couldn't go to sleep and started singing.
So that was why.
Maybe Londi got to Languishan and didn't like the answers people were giving him about how to find Guilin, saying that they weren't entirely sure how to get there. It's not the kind of answers you give to Londi. He wants to know exactly how to get there.
I don't think it means anything. Here are bowls.
Bowls, yes. Only 2. We cannot arrange them as we like to do with bowls.
These are cushions.
But we don't really care about that. Let's see. Don't think there's anything else here we can do. What about get maneuver over here? What about like this little desk right here?
This is...
What's wrong?
It's the same. What is this drawing?
My father told me this has been in our family since long, long ago, but he wouldn't tell me anything else about it. Yo, what is this mirror?
I heard that it was given to my father.
To your father? This Phantom Riverstone can only be found in Bailu village.
Phantom Riverstone?
How did this mirror get to Japan?
I don't know.
My father might know something.
Where is your father now?
He's at the stone pit, gathering Phantom Riverstone.
Where's the stone pit?
Over on the other side of the mountain. He said he was going to finish something. It's been days since he left for the stone pit.
Can you take me there?
I'm going to bring him food tomorrow morning. Come with me.
All right.
All right. Looks like we might be getting to the origin of where these mirrors came from. A diagram with the same design. So was it this family that designed the mirrors? Did they mine the stone and fashion the mirrors? There's Shenhua. Let's go have a talk. Let's head on out to that stone pit.
Yo, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm preparing lunch right now. Can you wait a while?
Is there a reason that we shouldn't wait? Like, is there a reason to just look around? Because I think that we looked at everything. We can probably just wait, because I don't think there's anywhere to go.
Thank you for waiting. Let's go see my father.
Yeah.
It's this way. Follow me.
All right.
Good to be back on the trail once again.
Shenhua,
Yes?
what's the stone pit like?
It's inside a cave.
A cave.
When you go inside the cave, there's a hall. I always bring lunch there. There's a larger hall further inside the cave.
Further inside?
Yes, but my father doesn't let me go there. I don't really know what that place is like, but I heard it's a stone pit for Phantom Riverstone.
Phantom Riverstone.
Yes, the same stone as your mirror. Yo, can I ask you something?
What is it?
It's about that phoenix mirror.
Yeah?
Yeah.
On the diagram in my father's room, there was a design of a dragon as well.
Yeah. My father had another mirror with a dragon on it.
What happened to the mirror of the dragon?
It was stolen by the man who killed my father, Lan Di.
Killed?
Oh, that's right.
Your father was killed because of the mirror.
Huh? Because of the mirror?
A village legend says the ancient emperor had mirrors made from Phantom Riverstone. But the rulers fought for the mirror, trying to get its hidden power. And some even lost their lives because of it.
I didn't know there was such a legend.
I'm getting scared.
Shenhua,
I hope nothing evil happens.
whatever the case, we should go ask your father. Let's hurry to the stone pit.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe we should have mentioned that Londi's coming here. We haven't said that yet.
Here is the path.
Do you always come here?
Yes.
What is it?
It's different.
What is?
There isn't a single bird.
Huh?
The migratory birds come here to rest. Usually the birds are here and they chat with each other. But why aren't they here today?
Did something happen?
I don't know. But
Shenhua?
I sense something isn't right. Yo, let's hurry on our way.
Right. Let's go.
Here. Take this. It's dark inside.
Huh.
The stone pit is further inside. Follow me.
Yeah. Shenhua, where's the stone pit?
The stone pit is further inside. My father always works there. Let's go further inside.
All right.
Well, we can talk to Shenhua, but there's really only one way to go. Only one path.
Shenhua, where's your father?
We know where he
Father
is.
is working in the back.
He's in the stone pit, Ryo.
Let's go.
We don't really need to ask her that.
Yo.
We still want to ask her something, it seems.
Shenhua, where's the
Okay,
stone pit?
okay, we don't need to ask that,
The
Ryo.
pit is further inside. My father always works there. Let's go further inside.
Yes, let's. It appears we can keep asking her these two questions, but we don't need to. We're finally almost at the point where these mirrors came from.
Here. I always bring him food here. Father! Father! I wonder where he is. He always comes here when I call him. I'll go check the back. Father! Father! There's something wrong. He's always here.
Where can he be?
Well, there's a door beyond here.
Further?
This way.
Shenhua, where's your father?
Ryo.
My father is working in the back.
All right, let's go.
Yeah,
Re-
follow me, Joel.
Ryo, she just said that she expected him to be here, but he's not here, so we're gonna go look further in the back to see if we can find him. If these are the questions you're gonna ask, Ryo, I'm just not gonna hit the button.
This is it.
The door's open. It's always been locked.
What's beyond this door?
I don't know. Father never let me inside. Maybe he's in here.
Let's go.
this place?
I didn't know there was a place like this in the cave. Joe. Look, there's a path.
Let's go take a look.
All right. Large opening, waterfalls coming down. A lot of green stone, which I assume is the Phantom River stone. But no father. I've not seen anyone.
Shenhua.
Father's writing.
Huh.
Dear Shenhua, my work is done. The phoenix entrusted to our people is now complete. The time of
Destiny has come. Shenhua, go with the one who holds the phoenix and find the proof. Yield yourself to the one and go together. I shall give you the family treasure, the sword of 7 stars. Think of the sword as a part of me and keep it with you. I shall always watch over you.
the sword of 7 stars. The one who holds the phoenix. Find the proof?
What is the proof?
I don't know, but there should be some clue here.
Shenhua. Let's look for it.
Fine, we'll look for the proof, but, Shenhua, are you concerned at all that it sounds like your father killed himself? Because that's how I'm reading that letter. Let's see, there must be something in this hall. I must find it. I mean, I would think the thing we would be concerned about is finding the body of Shenhua's father. Because that, I don't know, that sounded like a suicide note to me, if I heard one. Alright, we'll look for the proof, though. We'll try to find out what this proof is. We're not seeing anything in particular around here. Did I take the sword, by the way? Do I have it? No, it doesn't seem like the sword is in my inventory. Oh no, I'm holding it in my hand. Yeah, it's just in my hand, okay. Ryo, the only time we've seen him use a sword, was as a key. Back in his home. He had to unlock a secret door in the dojo using his family sword. You would think there would be like a more fancy use for a sword than that, a cooler use, but no, he just used it to unlock a door. Maybe it'll be a similar thing here. Oh, it's like some stairs right here. Maybe we use this sword as a key for something.
This is...
The same design as the one on the sword. Yo,
That's it.
That's pretty cool, but I think we're just going to use it as a key.
Yo. Look, yo!
What is that? Let's go.
Yes.
All right, we got some real Zelda-ish puzzles going on here. What do you think about that, Shenhua?
Shenhua, what is that?
I've never seen that before. Let's go and see.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's do that. Right here.
What?
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo!
This is...
Phoenix and dragon.
The same as the mirrors.
My father was carving. From a distant land in the east, from across the sea, he shall appear. He does not know of the strength hidden within him. The strength that would destroy him, the strength that would fulfill his wishes. When he is ready, he shall seek me out, and we shall brave together the rocky path. I shall wait. This encounter has been my destiny since ancient times. A dragon shall emerge from the earth, and dark clouds shall obscure the heavens. A phoenix shall descend from above. Its wings will create a purple wind. In the midst of the pitch-black night, a morning star shall glisten, alone.
What is that poem?
It has been told in the village from long ago.
The one who holds the phoenix.
Well, yes, but not for a while. So I guess that was the sort of cliffhanger that this series ended on and has lasted for over 15 years at this point. People who played this game back when it first came out have been waiting for a long time for Ryo and Shenhua to, I guess, leave that cave. They've been there for a while. So at the end there was actually some supernatural stuff happening with the sword levitating and being imbued with power or whatever that was. And so up to now in the series, there really hasn't been anything supernatural. It's all been, somewhat realistic. But like with hints of maybe there is like magic happening with the mirrors, but that is like the first actual magic thing that's happened in this series so far. I'm not really sure what any of that was in the cave though. Just that Ryo and Shenhua have to go off with each other. They're going to take that sword with them, I guess. I assume that sword is going to be used for more than just as a fancy lighter. Because that's all that it was used for there. Just lit a torch, which then burned a rope. I assume they're going to take the sword with them. And I don't know what the giant mirrors were going to be. Apparently Shenhua's father had carved them out and killed himself, maybe? That part wasn't really clear. I don't know if in the original Japanese, if that read so much as a suicide note as it did in English, but Shenhua didn't exactly seem to be concerned about it. But okay, Shenmue 3, I assume is going to start immediately where this left off, and they're going to leave that cave, and it's going to take the game is going to be taking place in rural Chinese villages. Yeah, so I guess the real climax of the game was our fight against Don Yu on top of the Yellowhead building, and this was sort of an extended epilogue leading into the next game, which was going to take a very, very long time to come out. And I can see why people have been clamoring for a sequel, a Shenmue 3, for so long, because of the way this game ended. Kind of ended with the assumption you were going to see the next part of the story pretty soon. Because Shenmue 2 came out, only a year after Shenmue 1, I think? It wasn't long. So it was supposed to be the case that you were supposed to see sequels pretty rapidly, I suppose. But that didn't happen. So Shenmue 2, we came to Hong Kong. We made our way to Kowloon. We fought gangsters. Lon D made a short cameo. Thanks for showing up, Lon D. We made some friends. We made friends in Ren, made friends in Joy, and Wong. We became part of a street gang. Inasan she would probably disapprove. But it was for the right reasons. We beat people up for money, especially that one mountain man who we uppercutted so many times. We tried to do right by people, but in some cases we couldn't, like when we failed to pay our debt off at the Come Over Guest House. I meant to do it, I meant to go pay that off, but I had to leave. So, Ryo does have a debt that he still has not paid. We beat up a very large man on the top of a very tall building. It was all very dramatic. And then we took a long walk with a girl who apparently has been expecting us since ancient times. And we found out where the Phoenix Mirror and the Dragon Mirror came from. And now we have a fancy sword. So that's cool. It's a pretty cool looking sword. So, as far as this game goes, I mean, I've enjoyed it. Certainly there are very slow parts. Certainly there are parts that are, meander. Parts that might annoy, like when we had to get that $500 to give to Cool Z so he would show us where Ren is. I still don't think Ryo should have paid that. I think that Ryo would have been in the right to demand that Cool Z show him where Ren was. Because Cool Z and his friends stole money from Ryo at the beginning of the game. They stole a little over $500 from him. Ryo should not have had to make $500 to give to him. It just doesn't make sense. But overall, I liked it. And I think the reason that I like Shenmue 1 and 2 is that I like detective games, I like games where you're solving a mystery, and Shenmue is pretty much a detective game, even though you might not really think of it that way. You think of it as sort of an open-world martial arts adventure. But no, the game is about, starting off from your home, talking to people, figuring out where you need to go next, talking to more people to find clues, and then using those clues to, progressively go out in a further area from your home. You start in your house, then you go to your immediate neighborhood, then you go to the town that's close by, you go to the docks, then you eventually leave Japan entirely, going to Hong Kong. So, you talk to people. Oh, hold on, the screen went dark. Let me just do that. Okay. So, yeah, it's basically a detective game. You talk to people, you get the clues, you figure out where you need to go next, and then occasionally you fight people with martial arts. So I think that's why I like Shenmue, because I do like detective games, and this pretty much is one. So is the cursor on no right now? I hate that. Which one is the cursor on? It's flashing on yes. I think it's on yes. There we go. Oh yes, it was. It was. So I had a good time with Shenmue 2. I hope you had a good time with it, even though, of course, I know some people don't really appreciate the slow parts, don't appreciate the quiet parts, and that is a big part of what Shenmue is. It makes you go through the quiet parts of living Ryo's life. So, it emphasizes the dramatic parts when Ryo has to fight some fools. What do I have here? I have my shots viewer. What photos did I take on my adventure with Shenmue 2? Let's have a look at these. A lot of the... Okay, that's the beginning of a German suplex. For a second, I thought that was Ryo giving a butt bump to that guy. No, it's the other way around. That guy's picking Ryo up. Most of these photos were me taking them by accident, as I accidentally pressed the shoulder buttons when I was doing stuff. That's actually a pretty nice photo. That's pretty good as well. Memories of practicing Tai Chi in the park with Jan Min. Oh, I guess we do have proof that this guy actually existed. He wasn't just a figment of Ryo's imagination, because we have a photo of him. He wasn't just the manifestation of Ryo's desire for capsule toys. No, he was a real person that existed. Those are the photos we took. And of course, you could take photos at any point in the game if, you really want to do that. You can take photos of any scene, of any people. Let's see, the Shenmue collection. Sure, I'll load my game. What happens if we load this? It said mini games. So what options do we have here? Classified images. The Sega Saturn version of Shenmue, never before shown. We have Afterburner 2, question marks. Things were not unlocked. Slot machine, Lucky Hit Museum, Darts 7 versus Darts, a snob. Question marks. Then we got Move Scroll, The Beast. Mongolian Wrestling, Acrobat Style. One-Eyed Man, Passive Raid, Wrestling, Pancratium and Jeet Kune Do, and Tiger Swallow Style. Question marks. Ooh, who are these two? There's some people after Master Baihu. I wonder what that might have been. All right, what are the classified images all about? So, if you don't know, Shenmue started off as a Saturn project. And the game does look good for a Saturn game. If you think about what polygonal games tended to look like in that generation, this does look quite impressive. A bunch of the shots have the same composition as in the Dreamcast version. That fight went a lot faster between Londi and a WoW. I also noticed that Ryo does not have his trademark leather jacket. Just sporting his short sleeves. I guess that's the secret passage of the house. Originally, it was going to be accessible from the outside instead of through the dojo. Chai looks basically exactly the same. Just he has a higher poly count on the Dreamcast version. So when people say that Shenmue had an enormous budget, it was because they're combining all of the projects, like the Saturn version, Shenmue 1, Shenmue 2, like that total amount of money that people talk about was from the total project, not just an individual game. And we are seeing that parts of Shenmue 2 were made for the Saturn as well. Don't know how much of this they had done for the Saturn before they decided to move it to the Dreamcast. Was it just like these small scenes, or did they have a mostly playable game done? Because this does seem like they had a lot done for the Saturn before deciding to move to the Dreamcast. I like the expression on Ryo's face. He actually looks a little bit more expressive than he actually does in the Dreamcast game. Yeah, they have the Shenhua walk scene as well. There it goes. We didn't see that. Did we see that in the... I don't remember if we saw that happen in this version of the game. Right. Well, that's the Saturn version of Shenmue. It's not something that would ever be playable, but it seems like they were pretty far in development on that before they decided to move to the Dreamcast. All right. Is there anything else that we have to look at? Of course, Shenmue 1 did have the passport disc. This does not. What Shenmue 2 on the Xbox came with was Shenmue the Movie, which was a DVD movie, and I think I mentioned this back at the beginning. It's not the digest movie, it's something else. Shenmue the Movie is a DVD where they put together cutscenes and gameplay scenes of Shenmue 1 together into sort of like a cinematic experience. It's actually different from this. This also shows scenes from Shenmue 1, and it's lengthy, so we're not actually going to watch all this. Because it goes on. I tried to watch it for a while. It goes on. It goes on. And Shenmue, the movie, does seem to put this all together in a better cinematic package anyway than the digest movie does here. So as far as will we watch Shenmue the movie, I think we will, but just not right now. Just not right now. Because Shenmue 2 has gone on for a while, and I do think that I want to move on to something else. But at some point before Shenmue 3 eventually comes out, we will watch Shenmue the movie, and I suppose I'll be talking over that. So I am interested in watching that whole thing and seeing the idealized version of how that adventure went versus how it went when I played it.
No. Father!
So Ryo's adventure began. Keep friends close, Ryo. Don't just leave them in your quest for revenge. No, that's exactly what Ryo does. It's exactly what he does. So, Shenmue 1 and 2 HD is a long-rumored project. And they keep saying, maybe eventually Sega's going to announce it. The latest rumor at the time of this recording is that Sega is going to do it, but they are waiting to time it with the release of Shenmue 3. Who knows how true these rumors are? But apparently the latest rumor is that since Shenmue 3 had been delayed to the end of 2018, that Sega is waiting for a more definite date on when that's coming out before they release Shenmue 1 and 2 HD. I would think that they would want to release those a pretty good amount of time before Shenmue 3 comes out, but I don't know. But maybe those will actually happen. If it does, we'll take a look at that and see how the HD conversion went. If those games actually exist. Who knows if they do? And then, of course, when Shenmue 3 eventually comes out, I do want to play that. The entire reason I wanted to play Shenmue 2 is because I wanted to continue the adventure that I originally started back in Shenmue 1. I played that when that was new. Never got around to Shenmue 2 because I had a US Dreamcast and never got my hands on the Euro version of Shenmue 2 that could boot on a US Dreamcast. And I never had an original Xbox, so I never played it on that. So I wanted to continue on playing this here in the present day, so I would be ready for Shenmue 3 once that came out, which is supposedly the end of 2018, but you know how these things go. You know how delays go, so we'll see how that happens. So that is what is apparently in the future for Shenmue. Shenmue 3, and then possibly Shenmue 1 and 2 HD. And as far as what you and me are going to be doing with Shenmue, at some point in the future, we'll do Shenmue the movie, and then we'll see what happens when Shenmue 3 comes out. Until then, this has been Shenmue 2, and I hope you've enjoyed this bumble, because I have enjoyed it as well, despite me sounding maybe frustrated at some points. I've enjoyed this, and I hope, I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you around for something else.
If so, then there's one more.
Yeah, you'll never meet any woman the likes of her.